Hey there, guys. My name is Matthew Brick. Before we get into the episode, I just want to let you guys know, hope you guys are having an amazing Thanksgiving break. I hope you guys are spending some time with some family and friends, eating good food, and thank you guys for listening in. Let's get this, the Brick House Podcast.
This is Brick's home. This is your house. Presenting the Brick House Podcast. The Brick House. Here comes the boom.
Welcome back to the Brick House Podcast. Make sure to like and follow and share. All right, guys. I'm here in my Bible class, Orange Period, and we're going to talk a little bit about faith and just try to get to know the people that are beside me. All right. The first question I'm going to ask is, what is one experience that makes you happy every time you think about it, and why? Yeah. So I got Brayden DeMink here sitting by me. What do you think?
I would just have to say, I can't really spot like one point, but I would just have to say, hanging out with the boys, just doing stupid stuff sometimes, just makes you happy when you think back to it, and then just doing life together,
That's cool. That's cool. And you play football?
I do.
What do you play?
I'm an offensive lineman, but I'm on the IR. I'm hurt.
Hey, that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
wide receiver.
Oh, wide receiver.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you do any other extracurricular activities?
I'm in Aerospace Club here at Valor Christian High School. I'm into aviation, so I'm in that club. Got to represent.
That's cool. That's cool. My dad, he actually just took his written test. He's going out for his check flight. He's gonna go out and be a pilot.
That's sick.
Maybe not commercially, but maybe private. Get all that money. Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, Ryan, what are you up to? What's up, Ryan? How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you, Matthew?
I'm doing good. Who is your role model, and who's your role model? Who do you look up to, and why?
I would say my role model is probably my track coach. I would say that because he shows me how, not only how to I should run races or how I should be practicing, but I think also a life coach. He teaches me how I should be better or how I could be better at life in general.
Okay. And how long have you known this person for?
I've known him for probably 3 years now.
And what would you say, what lessons have you taken from them?
I think he's very laid back person sometimes, and he's nice, but when you don't do something right or he needs to correct you, he will correct you, and he can be stern. But I think that's being nice to people is important, but you should also be willing to teach or show them the right way if you need to.
Yeah, I hear that. With track, what are your hopes or maybe goals for the rest of high school and maybe out of high school?
My goals are to be able to run in college. I want to run it at a D1 school. I would love to run at the Olympics or any
cool.
national running events.
So I was just at the Olympic Training Center this past weekend, and oh my gosh, it's to think, right? To be the best in your sport, and then, it's one thing best in high school, best in the collegiate level, but then to be best in your nation to the point where you go and compete internationally, that is a crazy experience. I got to see one of the female wrestlers who's going out for female wrestling 2024 Olympics, and it's just, I met, I don't know his name, but I met, he claims to be the fastest white man in America, which I don't know why he stated it that way, but these people, they grow up from the moment they can walk. They just they're dedicated, and but I really hope that could be your story or whatever you do. Dr. Dykstra, I have a question for you. First, maybe could you tell a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Valor?
Yeah. So my name is Dr. Dykstra. I teach sophomore Bible, Steps of Paul, and then I also work in administration. overseeing curriculum, kind of helping your teachers figure out what they're going to teach in their classes.
That's so cool. That's so cool. How long have you been at Valor for?
I have been at Valor for about 6 years.
Okay. Yeah, that is so cool. What would you, if you were to have told yourself what you're doing now, do you think that what you thought your purpose was when you were a child, do you think it aligns with what you're doing now?
Actually, it does. It's kind of a funny story because I went to college planning to teach high school, and then in college, I really loved working at colleges, so I thought the Lord had called me into working in higher education. And then in about 2017, he called me into high school working here at Valor.
And now, now that you are actively pursuing God and you're doing your calling, is there anything else that going forward that you think that you can either learn, or how's your faith journey? What are the things going now that you're working on maybe?
Yeah, I would say, so the things I'm working on right now, it's the thing I've been working on my whole life, which is just learning to trust him well, even through times when something might disappoint you. There are parts of my life that I didn't think I would be where I am. I thought it would look different than it does, and just to still see God's goodness in that. And his care for me is really important.
That is so cool. I can totally relate with that. Recently I got baptized, and I don't know, it wasn't an audible voice. It wasn't necessarily like Matthew or anything, but I just kind of knew. I just knew what my next step was. Being baptized, there were these people that came beside me, and they put their hands over me when I got baptized. And I don't know, I just feel like now, maybe not necessarily that, but do something similar. I feel like I'm now called to go be what people have been for me, and go be that for someone else. So, but that is so cool. What about you, Tobyn? Tobyn Casten.
How's it going, Brick?
Tell a little bit about yourself.
I'm 15 years old. I'm a sophomore. I go to Valor Christian High School. I play football, and I'm gonna try to do track and field. See what my injury's gonna let me do. But yeah, big family guy, big friends guy.
Big friends guy. That's cool. What is one struggle that you've gone through, and now looking back, what lessons can you take away from that, if you're willing to share?
Okay, so I'd say one struggle. I'd have to say probably Valor in its entirety. Whether that's whether that's grades and academics or just friends. I feel like my beginning of freshman year, I was really worried. I didn't know how I was going to perform here. Didn't know how I was going to do on football. Didn't know if I was going to make any friends. Didn't know any of that. But I just learned that I just have to be myself, and people have to love me for who I am, and I found my right people. And with school, I just paid attention, and I worked really hard. And even with football, that can be pretty hard sometimes, and I can understand that for a lot of people. But I think I just let God help me through it and persevered.
That is so cool. I guess, what is your favorite parts of Valor and or maybe your least favorite?
So I'd say my favorite part about Valor, this is kind of ironic because of what I just said, but I'd say my favorite part is probably the community. I feel like ever since I got here, I was just really welcomed, and everybody just kind of loves each other, and we're all just one big community that we're all good friends and stuff. And then I think I'd say my least favorite would definitely have to be the workload. I feel like I've had a new essay in English every week, or just quizzes and tests every week, and I feel like it can just keep adding up, and it gets pretty hard.
I hear that. For me right now, I'm about to go write another essay. It's actually surprisingly Thanksgiving break, or the week right now going into Thanksgiving break. I don't have to worry so much about homework. It's actually quite nice. But just focusing on wrestling. How about this? Now that you're out of football, sorry about the loss, but what are you up to now that football's out?
I think, well, I didn't really get to play football that much this year since I broke my back. So I've just kind of been recovering from that, and then I've been trying to get into the weight room and lift a little bit more. So hopefully I can just lift some weights for a little bit. Hopefully I can heal up and I can do some throwing and track and field in the spring.
That is so cool. Yeah, I might go out for track, but I don't know. I did track for 2 weeks, and it was not, I don't know, I quit because I did not like to run. Run is kind of tends to be a punishment in every other sport, and I was just like, why would I go do that?
Well, you should join the throwing team.
Yeah,
Have a
that's what I'm
blast.
saying. Throw.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Tobyn. How about I'm here with Logan now. Yeah. Hey there, Logan. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Matthew.
Be sure to come up to.
I'm doing good.
That's good. Good to hear. How's your day been going?
Pretty well.
Tell us a little bit about yourself if you're willing.
I do a lot of things in Valor. I try to keep like a well-balanced life, as I do JV tennis as like an athletic. I also do a lot of STEM stuff. I'm in Esports. I just joined CAD Club.
So you're into a lot.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool.
I also do a little bit of arts. I play guitar I've played for around 7-8 years.
Guitar acoustic or like electric?
Both.
That's cool. I tried playing playing piano for a little bit, and like I could only play the Minecraft intro. But what would you say? What's your favorite Bible verse? If you have one on mind, or maybe something that kind of, you don't have to have it word by word, but if you have one.
Well, the first one that comes to mind just kind of just talks about like how much like God cares for us. Specifically, I'm pretty sure everyone can name this from their mind. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that He gave His one and only Son, that whoever believes in Him shall not perish but have eternal life.
Yeah, is there well, I mean, I can kind of get out of that, but like that God, He came, He sent his Son, and so that we can be ultimately saved. But is there anything that you take out of it? Like why is that maybe one Bible verse that you hold near to you?
It's mainly due to the context. Like, we are in no way deserving of this love, and He still loves us.
Yeah, I totally believe that, because I can relate. I'm right now writing into a paper kind of like almost like in like a first person type of thing, but like what sin kind of do you struggle with, and like is there anyone like specifically maybe like a family member, maybe a friend that is like almost trying to get you into the higher place? It's like kind of through the Great Divorce, what we're reading through right now. But I can relate, and yeah, thank you. Chase, you want to come on in? Chase Hanosh, what is up? Football, sorry about that.
Oh, it's all right.
Tell us a little bit about like what it is like to be playing varsity and as a sophomore.
I mean, I didn't play varsity the entire year.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
So I started off with JV and just playing special teams on varsity, and then they kind of called me up to play, and I was really pumped. I got in a play, and I was like, oh, this is really kind of cool. And then they started playing me like the rest of the game. I was really nervous, but it was a ton of fun. Like, I was really unexpected of it, and they brought me up, and I was pretty pumped.
That's cool. What do you think what is one thing that you do that other players don't? Maybe to get where you are that maybe other players aren't.
I like to say like I push myself a lot harder maybe than other people. I've set standards for myself, and I want to kind of meet those standards. And when I don't, I get a little upset. And maybe when other people, they kind of just give up and they like don't really know how to push themselves. But when I'm pushing myself, especially in the weight room, like by myself, that helps a lot.
Who or what got you into football?
I think I got myself into football, maybe me and my dad. I started in kindergarten and then started playing tackle in second grade, and then I've played tackle ever since. So probably my dad.
That's cool. I have it kind of different. Like I started playing sports until 7th grade, but I mean it's so cool, especially when you hear stories like yours that people they start at this young age and they really love what they do, and so that's really cool. Going into like future goals, is there anything that you have?
Probably school-wise, probably just have a good GPA.
Is there a school that you want to get into or something?
Yeah, my dream school is U of O, so I want to be a Duck.
Where is that?
Oregon, University of Oregon.
Yeah, I'm not that good at colleges, but
It's all right.
that's cool. What is one thing maybe that not a lot of people know about you, like maybe a hobby or a thing that you love? And yeah,
Maybe that I'm like, I really do love like pursuing God, especially at night. Like I love to pray at night. I love to read my Bible, going to church, and like being able to speak to people about God. I'm like not really nervous about anymore. Yeah, I really like to pursue God.
That's really cool. Is there any like habits or maybe things that you do to pursue God, like read the Bible or quote scripture, or I don't know?
Definitely probably just praying.
Praying.
Because I got really bad like with not reading the Bible, and then I started getting back into it. But praying always helps me, especially like I heard this quote was here, and it was like the harder times are in life, the easier it is to be closer to God. And so when times are really tough, you can always lean harder on God and put like all the problems that you have on God, and He'll kind of just take them for you.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like today there was a question that was asked to me, can you have authentic faith if there's no trials or doubt? Or like, can you have authentic faith while going through trials? Or does trials make your faith authentic? And I think to really have authentic faith, you need to go through trials.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like a muscle. It strengthens you, and kind of like a muscle. You got to work it out to have strong muscles. You have to work your faith to have strong faith.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Chase.
Welcome.
Hey, guys. I'm here with Anton and Hudson. Anton Anderson, Hudson Jones. So this question is kind of very dear to me because when I was in wilderness program, maybe some people wouldn't know, but I went to a wilderness program. And so we had these things at the end of the day. It's almost like a way of self-reflection. But, yeah. So this kid, I'm not going to disclose his name, but he said this he asked me this question, and it's kind of just a fun question, but I absolutely love it. If you could ride a chairlift with anyone, dead or alive, and be able to talk with them for 5 minutes, who would it be? What would you talk about, and why that person? Anton, you want to go first?
I would probably choose my favorite skier, Henrik Harlow, because he's exactly who I would want to be. He's a good person, and he's the best at everything that he's ever done. He's a good role model too.
What I'll just dive into that a little bit, but what attributes or like character traits that stand out to you that you love about him?
The optimism and being energetic.
Okay. Hudson, what about you?
I don't really know yet. I'm trying to think about it.
That's okay. How about I can go? I know, you know why I love this question? Because, you can actually kind of, turn it, or you can, make it really special. For instance, my father who has passed, right? That's why I add the alive or dead. You could add, Albert Einstein or someone someone like that. But I'd want to have a 5-minute talk with my dad. Just ask, probably talk about, what is it like being up in heaven and, not being here. And then, yeah. So, I feel like this question can be kind of special if you make it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so what about you, Hudson?
Probably either Jesus or Sam Sulek.
Oh,
Yeah, Sam Sulek. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Get the gains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so why Sam Sulek?
Because I just want to know how he views everything, and how he can just be so laid back about everything.
All right.
And he seems like just a fun guy to talk to.
All right. Thank you, guys. That's the Brick House Podcast. Look for it next week, and I'm so excited. Thank you, guys.